All right, welcome back. Episode 3 of the Missing Wing podcast.
Episode 3 of the Missing Wing podcast.
Yeah.
Episode 3. 3
Yep.
episodes now.
3 episodes already. We're not doing bad, actually.
We are doing quite bad.
I mean,
In context of badness, on a scale
the
of 1 to 10.
content the content might not be
If you
good.
look in terms of good to bad scale, we're not towards good.
No, it's
that
more
makes sense.
quantity over quality with ours, I'd say. And we don't have good quantity either.
We've
So
got
it's all bad.
We've got 2 episodes and they're both 34
2
and
under our
37
belt.
minutes.
That's a long time.
It is,
When
and
do
they're
you
good to
think
listen
we're
to.
going to get like some real-time guests on the podcast?
Well, we do need to introduce our guests.
I'm talking about real-time
Yeah,
guests. We
real-time
don't need to
guests.
introduce our guests quite yet. It's like Top Gear where we talk
Let's
about
introduce our fake time guests.
So we've got Ellen Thomas.
Hi.
That was Ellen Thomas. That
Yeah,
was her
I guess that's
contribution
her
to the
whole
podcast.
contribution.
That was her introduction.
Pretty
to the
funny,
podcast.
wasn't it?
Shut up, Dan. Eden, you go. Say something cool.
Yeah, Eden Kitson on the podcast.
No
Yeah.
talking about Al Qaeda. We discussed that before the podcast.
We actually a long-awaited guest is Eden.
Is it? We have talked about her in the
Yeah.
past. We talked about how
We
she'd be a
finally-
terrible guest. And then
Finally managed to get her on the podcast.
yeah, it was
I
long
have
and
a busy
strenuous.
schedule.
She's
Let us know in the comments who is better, either Ellen or Eden. They'll both be trying to prove themselves during this episode and who's better at podcasting.
And then let us know who is the Richard Hammond out of the 3 of
Yeah.
me, Ethan, and Dan.
Who's Richard?
I
Hammond?
think I'm Jeremy Clarkson.
Yeah, you're more Jeremy because you're taller, and I'm
Ethan is definitely fucking
Richard.
no.
Ethan's not James. I'll be James.
You think you're James May?
Yeah, Richard Hammond's the short little
See,
annoying
I
one.
think
Oh, James May's quite
I
lovable.
think
I'm
you're
James
James
May.
May. I think you're-
Fuck, I'm
I'm Jeremy
James
Clarkson.
May.
you're Jeremy Clarkson.
Jeremy
Ethan's
Clarkson.
I'm gonna
Richard
punch someone in the face.
Yeah.
Oh, because Richard Hammond is all like leftist and stuff.
And
I
annoying.
listened to a podcast where he talked about his
And he
brain
crashed.
injury and stuff, and he was all like kid friendly.
He has a
Did he
brain
get
injury,
into
he
a
should
crash
treat you.
recently?
We've already talked about
He
this.
got into that crash, and we have talked about this,
Recently.
but he did.
Yeah, Harrison watches children's programming about head injuries.
During my head injury, I did, yes. I was in a.
But no,
Dark
Ethan's
place.
most like Richard Hammond because
Both
if you're
figuratively
listening,
and literally.
if you've listened to the film,
That was clever.
Okay.
I said I was in a dark place. She said literally and figuratively.
why?
Because I was
Because he had to
literally
sit in a
sat in
dark
dark room.
room.
I was sat in
Why
dark
were you sat in a
room.
dark
Because he had a
room?
Because he had a
I had a brain
concussion.
injury.
And you
Oh.
have to stop all like stimulation of your
I
brain.
think I'm
when you have a
beating Ellen right
concussion.
now.
What?
You think what?
See, this is it's not a competition.
What's not competition?
No, I'm making a competition.
Okay,
Yeah.
whatever.
I'm pitting 2
Hypotheticals?
people against each
Yeah.
other.
We can talk about hypotheticals if
We
you
were
want.
on a roll. We didn't need to go to hypotheticals, but
We were talking about Jeremy Clarkson an awful lot.
yeah.
Is Jeremy Clarkson a good person?
No,
or a
I was
bad
trying to
person?
say that if you listen to the first episode, you'll know we drove to get Wingstop, and after we got Wingstop, Ethan managed to crash into a curb on the side of the road, and he
He's
fucked
a
up
pretty
his
shit
Nissan.
driver.
He is a shit driver. I don't
Oh
know
yeah,
why.
that is true. And Richard
He-
Hammond is a shit driver.
Yeah, he wanted to call it the driving podcast, but he's rubbish at driving.
Yeah.
That
that's a
makes
bad
no
name.
sense.
That was also a bad gimmick as well.
How can it be the driving
If you
podcast
guys
when
don't
2 of us
drive.
have just got our licenses and one of us can't drive? I won't say who can't drive.
Yeah, we're
But
not going
it
to
is
say
the
who
19
can't.
It is the
year-old.
oldest in the
It is
podcast.
the oldest. That's kind of actually a sad story. It's a bit touchy because I couldn't drive because of my brain injury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just have some respect, Ellen.
I have some respect
That's
for mental
that's a
health.
point lost for Ellen.
We love mental health on the podcast. We love
we're,
free speech and
free
mental
speech
health.
and mental health.
Yeah.
Kind
We,
of
we want people to speak their minds.
Except every time I do, I get shit on.
speak their
Ellen,
minds.
please don't speak on the podcast.
Except for skinny people.
Yeah, except for skinny people.
That's the main thing because fat people tend to have more mental health issues. So that's
Is that
why we
true?
love fat people.
yeah.
Well, of course, obesity causes a level of mental health.
I don't think
in
that's
general.
Correlation is not causation.
Yeah.
It's not.
What?
Correlation is not causation.
Ellen, we told you nothing like that on the podcast, please.
less of the school
I think
talk.
you
Yeah.
guys are treating Ellen like Ethan.
Yeah.
You're
we
treating
said
him.
you wanted
every
that.
podcast.
No, I didn't. Not
Every
once did I
podcast
say
needs
that.
an Ethan. That's what makes it
So
work.
you guys are treating Ellen as the Ethan. You just
if we were all
bullying her.
if we were all equals, this would be shit. But
If we were all equal, there is
So we
definitely a
just have to
hierarchy
bully
to our
Ellen?
podcast.
Is that
Yeah.
the whole
We've
podcast?
talked about the hierarchy a little bit. Danny's probably at the top, then me, then Ethan. Possibly.
Dan has a god complex. That's why.
oh, you want to bring this up?
Because
on the
he's a
pod?
god.
Bring it up on the pod then.
Because
bitch.
he's bringing it up on the pod. Talk this shit out on the pod right now.
talk
Dan
shit
has
on
a
me
god
on my own podcast.
That's all I have to say. You have a god complex. I'm not necessarily
When it comes to
saying it's a bad
podcasting,
thing. It's,
I'm the best in the room.
Fuck off, you're the best in the room.
see, god complex.
God complex.
God
Found it
complex.
there. Who would win a fight out of Ethan? Dan,
Right,
Dan,
you know
Dan
what
and
I
Ellen.
noticed?
Dan and Ellen.
I would.
You think you'd win
Ellen.
a fight?
I think Ellen would win.
I've already beaten you.
Because
at
I
this
don't
one.
fight you, because I know that I'll get in trouble if I actually fight
Who
you.
would win in a fight? Harrison Kitson or Nicola Adams?
Thank you for bringing this up again, because you
Oh.
didn't actually answer this.
Who's
in your-
Nicola
Did we
No,
not answer this last time?
In the episode that you mentioned it in,
It's
you
sort
didn't
of a question
answer it.
that's meant to be unanswered.
Who's Nicola
Well, there's an
Adams?
obvious
Nicola Adams
answer.
is a 5'6" female boxer from England.
There's an obvious answer to the question.
I
and
thought
it's
she was
I
5'9".
would fuck her up.
No, I don't think
Sorry,
you
Mum.
would. I think you have an advantage over her, but then she's also trained and
Yeah,
she's a
she is
professional.
trained.
No, I understand.
Harrison
I
did
understand
have
what I'm
boxing,
up
man.
against. I understand what I'm
Yeah,
up
we've
against.
got that.
Again, I'm a 6-0 amateur boxer against my friends, granted. You know about amateur boxing because you're 0-1.
Oh, I'm 0-1 in
You are
amateur
0-1. I am
boxing.
5'6".
When
anyone-
Sebastian knocked you
If
out.
anyone wants to see the video of me getting knocked out, you can head over to patreon.com/The Missing Wing Podcast.
It was actually an interesting fight because we
You guys
weren't
have a
allowed to.
website?
No, a Patreon.
What's that?
Patreon. We weren't allowed to throw head punches.
Because
But
But I
of
threw a head punch.
you threw a one head punch, so we gave Sebastian one head punch back. And with that one head punch, he just knocked out Dan.
But I have been training recently
Have you actually?
Yeah.
What have you been doing?
on that boxing thing.
Have you actually been using that?
Yeah, I've been using that and
I would just use that anytime
think
Ali
I would
broke
win
my
in a
heart.
fight against
kind of
all of
thing.
you guys.
Whenever a woman broke my heart, I would just.
we'll have to beat Ali's
One
name,
time
so.
she told me that
Her outfits
she
have gotten
want
so good recently.
alcohol is a great thing. Favorite alcohol? Mine would have to be gin.
I don't
No,
think we
no,
can
no,
talk
no,
about
no.
this. We're all underage.
Mine is Jack Daniels. I
Jack
think
Dan-
JD and
JD
Coke. JD and
and
Coke
Coke.
is probably the best drink.
Number 17.
I
Is
quite
that what
like-
number 7?
It
Isn't
just
it?
goes down so easy.
Yeah.
I feel like any rum goes down.
Lemonade.
Oh, not rum, sorry.
Rum and raisin.
Anything like
Ice
that goes
cream.
down quite easy.
Don't overdrink it.
I fucking
I
hate
made a
ice cream.
milkshake. This is a funny story. I made a milkshake the other day. I ended up blending it too much, so it's basically just all milk. And then I left
What
it
else
out.
did you put in it?
Just some ice cream. It was all. It
So
tasted
milk
alright.
and ice cream? That's just a watered down ice cream.
That's a milkshake.
That's a milkshake.
Is that how you make a milkshake?
And then you
But
blend
it's
it
not
up. Yeah.
watered down. He didn't put water in it.
I know,
He
but
put
like
milk in
because
it.
milk is in the. It's just like putting ice cubes in water because ice cream is made out of milk.
All right. I don't know what that was.
I mean, she's not necessarily wrong.
Yes, because
Milk
milk
putting
is the
ice
liquefied
cream.
version as ice cream.
Putting ice cream in milk is like putting ice cubes in water.
Yes, exactly.
Brilliant. That's how you make a milkshake. I don't know. Take it up with the milkshake committee. That's what
Yeah,
I
that's
say.
how you make.
Oh my
Anyway.
gosh, did you guys used to watch Milkshake?
Yes, mo milkshake.
Yeah.
Excuse me. This is my podcast. Don't bring up milkshake on my podcast. All right, back to my
Have
milkshake
you thought about
story.
milkshake committee?
Yeah.
The acronym would be MSC. You know what that acronym is for also?
Missouri Southern.
More sex, please. Just if you swap out the C with a P though,
What's the Milkshake
and then it's
committee?
close.
It was
I
something
thought that
I
was a
made up
funny
to
little
make Ellen shut
ironic.
up.
Oh.
Anyway, back to my milkshake story.
Mama, mama, me, mama,
Milkshake.
more milkshake.
Oh,
Too funny
did you
when
used
me
to watch
and Jack-
Milkshake as a kid?
Did
I
you?
hate
Oh, that's well
you.
good.
What was on Milkshake? That was like Bob the Builder and shit, right?
And,
My spam
Was
account
Bob the
on
Builder
TikTok
actually
called
on
Bob the
Milkshake?
Builder.
what was that show where they were like pieces of trash, but they were made into characters?
Oh, the Australian one where they were Aussie.
No, that was Nuzzle and Scratch. You're thinking.
No, I'm not thinking of Nuzzle Scratch. I'm thinking of the one named Bill and one named Corky. Yeah, they're
Bill and
Australian. They're
Corky.
Australian.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Bill and Corky.
Yeah.
Deadly 10
That was on BBC.
with Steve
Backshall.
Steve
Carell.
Backshall.
What happened to Steve Backshall?
I think he got accused of something not
I don't
very
think
nice.
he did. He's
I
married
think
to
so.
Not very
He's
nice.
married to someone in like someone else that we used to watch. I think like on TV
Nicola
when we were
Adams.
little.
Nicola Adams. That was it.
Steve Carell married to Nicola Adams, confirmed.
Steve Backshaw.
What's the difference?
Oh no, his wife is Helen Glover. I don't.
Helen Glover.
Helen
love
Keller.
Helen Glover.
Helen Keller.
Helen Keller, is she real? No.
That's a controversy.
We don't really need to talk about that because it's obvious.
Question
No.
is
Okay, no,
Helen
because
Keller
as soon
real?
as
That's a bit of a
as soon-
shit question,
As soon
everyone
as
talks
her
about that.
carer died, she stopped writing books.
Convenient.
That's what I don't know if that's true. That's probably true though. Helen Keller's
That's my
a bit
fat
shit.
prediction for the week.
Helen Keller.
Yeah.
Fat predictions of the week. I'm gonna say Eden.
Yeah, Eden Kitson.
Let's make our old predictions. I'm gonna say not me.
I think
Prince Philip.
I don't think I'm
Prince
gonna get
Philip. Do you
old.
think he's gonna die?
He is already old.
No, we
That's
can't.
that's
we can't
that's
predict
not how that
deaths.
works.
Then we'll be cancelled.
No, we can predict deaths. Who's gonna die this year?
Prince Philip.
He's already
Lil
dead.
Uzi Vert,
You think Lil Uzi's gonna die? What? Because isn't he
27.
27? Everyone dies
Yeah.
at 27.
Oh yeah, I saw a TikTok on that.
Mm-hmm.
Juice WRLD. Who else died at 27? Was
No,
Lil
Juice
Peep
WRLD
27?
died at 21. This is
Oh.
the new thing. It's 21 now. It's not.
Have you heard
27
about the
anymore.
eye?
Oh yeah, because it was Juice
That's all
WRLD.
fake.
What is it?
The eye thing.
Wasn't
The
Lil Peep
white
and
under
Mac
your
Miller?
eyes.
Oh no.
Oh, I
it's-
saw
So-
that too. If you have white under your eyes.
So
yeah.
there's this like theory that it was
Yeah.
like
And
ancient
Billie Eilish
Japanese.
is the next person.
Right, spoilers.
Sorry.
You gotta build up to it. That people who show white under their eyes, something bad happens to them. So JFK had it, Marilyn Monroe had it, somebody else
What do
had
you
it.
mean white under
All-
their eyes? Like
so
what, on the skin?
You notice,
No.
you know how there's no white under my iris,
Like,
the colour
yeah.
part? Well, people that have it, supposedly bad things happen to them.
Do I have it?
No.
So Billie Eilish has it, so there's a theory that something bad's going to happen to her sometime
Yeah.
soon because she has this white under her
Bet
eyes.
fucking
She's the
not.
only celebrity in
No, she's
mainstream
just got
media
ocean
at the
eyes,
moment
that's
with
all.
it.
Maybe she might make some good music.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You don't think Billie Eilish is good? She's
No,
way
she makes
fucking-
good music.
She's better than Arctic
She has
Monkeys,
a
mate.
good- yeah, this is the Arctic
All
Monkeys
Arctic
hate
Monkeys
podcast.
songs sound the exact same.
They're all
Yeah,
quite
but,
good-ish.
They all
You
sound
want to
like-
play Xbox later when we get... Oh, my Xbox isn't here.
Isn't it? Oh. Where is
Why
it?
didn't
What are you
bring it
doing
with you?
later?
Nothing. This was literally the only thing I had to do all day was record this podcast.
Oh, we can play Xbox then.
Nice.
I think we should go to Walmart.
And get Lil
We have to
Peep.
finish the pod
Lil-
first.
Yeah.
The pod. Let's talk about...
And
These are
Dual pods.
hypotheticals.
Oh, hypotheticals.
Yeah.
Would you rather... you're never allowed to have sex again,
Mm-hmm.
or you are never allowed to eat any good tasting food ever again.
I don't want to.
So all the food you ever taste is going to be like salad and shit
I'll do
that
the
tastes
food.
shit.
I love
I'll do the
salad.
food.
You never tasting good food again.
Yeah.
I don't want to die a
100%.
virgin.
You're a virgin.
Yeah.
I'd rather never have sex.
I don't want to die a virgin.
Food or sex? That's basically the question. Are you
Food.
fat or a perv?
I am morbidly obese.
I am choosing the no sex. I don't think there are many options you could give me where I would choose to never have sex again.
Really?
And I don't even rate
What
sex
about-
that much. I don't think sex is
No
that
sex,
good.
or you have to walk everywhere. You can't
just-
take bus, plane, car, bike.
How do you
nothing.
get
have
to
to
other
walk
countries?
Everywhere.
I have to walk
You don't.
everywhere. I have to walk,
Walk everywhere.
I'm choosing that over the
How are
sex
you gonna
thing.
have sex with people though? You're gonna walk
To their house.
to their house.
I'm going to find someone that's willing to drive to me until eventually
No.
we move in together.
Okay. You just be like a hermit then.
Why am I a hermit? I
What?
don't
A hermit
I don't
crab?
I don't
Hermit's
really
just someone that stays at home.
I
on
don't
their
use
own
transport
all the
right
time.
now. The next 4 years I don't really need transport. I can walk to campus.
Oh yeah.
I live
How are you
on
gonna get back
campus.
to Alabama.
How am I going back to
You're
Alabama?
gonna walk back to Alabama.
I guess so. How long would that take?
A long time. Shall I put it in
Yeah.
Google Maps?
Probably like what?
You'll never be
What
able
we
to go
thinking,
to.
10
You'll
days?
never be able to go to
10 days of
10
walking?
days.
10.
How far can a person walk in a day? Walking pace is like 3 miles an hour.
A day in 24 hours.
No, not 24 hours. You have to sleep.
Can you skip?
So 12 hours in a
It
day.
says there's no walking directions available to University.
Do
of
like
Alabama.
halfway then. Do like halfway.
And then double it.
In a car.
Well, no. How long is it in a car?
It's
It's
like
like 9
in a
hours.
car. 9 hours in a car.
And you're averaging what, 50 miles an hour?
Yeah.
And
So
then,
a person probably averages
This
what?
is now the maths podcast.
3 miles an hour. You do a bit quicker than 3 miles
This
an
is
hour.
the section where we do mental arithmetic.
4 miles an hour, I think, is probably average walking pace. I would guess.
Yeah, you've got longer legs as well. So
6 hours, because that's a marathon in.
all this to have sex.
6 hours. Yeah,
Wow.
I want kids. Although I wouldn't mind adopting.
What about if your kids have to walk everywhere as well?
Oh,
It's gonna
It's
take
kinda like,
you
you know that,
201 hours to walk to Alabama.
You know that
1 hour is definitely worth it.
that Egyptian guy where everything he touched turned to gold? You're like that, but with walking.
Everyone I ever took.
Oh, it's
has to
only
walk
173 hours
Then
to
yeah,
walk to the
at
University
that point,
of Alabama.
How much?
173.
That's bullshit.
In that hypothetical where everyone I touch has to walk everywhere they
That's
go.
7 days. It's
At
going to
that
take you a
point-
week to walk
'Cause
to the
then no one
University
would
of
touch
Alabama.
At that point I don't have sex. At that point I cut off the sex.
Yeah.
And get in a car.
Yeah. But until then, see, this has been an interesting podcast. Not funny, but interesting. I've enjoyed the hypothetical. It's not
I
that
guess.
funny. What other hypotheticals do we have?
I had one about wind socks the other day.
Say it.
what's that?
I forgot it. Would you rather? Was it something along the lines of would you rather have a pair of socks or 1,000
I remember this,
wind
you
socks?
asked me this.
How much was
The
it?
fuck is a wind
What's
sock?
Would you
wind
rather
sock?
have it?
They're
It's that
those-
thing that shows how fast the wind's blowing at airports. You know that orange, like cone-shaped thing on a stick. It's kind of like
Yeah.
a flag, but it's like a cylinder, and the wind blows through it.
Yeah.
What?
Would I rather have a pair of socks or 1,000 of those?
Exactly.
Mhm.
This
That's
is the fucking
stupid.
stupidest question I've ever heard.
That
I'd
was
rather
my
have 1,000
response.
wind socks. Is it not 1,000? What?
What?
They were talking about the other way around.
Oh, 1,000 socks versus a
no,
wind sock?
no, they were talking about they would rather have a pair of socks than 1,000. 'Cause
Wait, you guys were talking about the socks?
You guys would only have one pair of socks.
Would you rather have 1,000 wind socks and no actual socks, or one pair of socks
Oh,
and no wind socks?
I thought it was like for Christmas, which one am I getting given? And I was like, obviously I'm taking 1,000 wind socks. I
No,
can
that's
sell
what
No,
it
them.
is.
that's what I was.
That's what it is.
That's what it is?
Yeah.
Well, I'm taking the wind socks.
So would you rather be given...
Yeah, then I can sell them and get more socks.
That's what I'm saying.
Either, no, I wouldn't sell them. I want the wind socks.
What's the market like for wind socks?
I guarantee you could
pretty
sell
good.
a wind
I doubt
sock
it's a
for $5.
lucrative
I
market.
guarantee I could sell those
Okay, but you
1,000
can
wind
sell
socks.
it for more than one pair of socks.
I could definitely sell it for like $2,000. 1,000 wind socks for £2 each, 100%. I don't know who I'm going to sell them to.
Would you rather sell
Aeroplanes?
flags or flagpoles?
Aeroplanes, you're gonna sell
Would I
them
rather
to
what?
airplanes. You
Would
mean
you rather
airports.
sell flags or
Yeah.
flagpoles?
Same thing.
flags?
Which one's a better mark? Well, you can't. Flags still work without the pole.
Actually,
but the
if
poles
you
are
think
just
about
poles
it,
without flags.
Yeah,
You can make
selling
them into stripper
flags
poles
is a
too.
very
It's a good market.
restrictive market though. You only have a very specific group of people because not everyone wants to buy an American flag.
No, yeah, they do in
But
this country.
In this
Everyone-
country, every single person has an American flag.
No, because think about college dorms. The amount of
Oh,
flags
here
on
we
the
go
walls
with
and shit.
nationalism again.
Think
But-
about the amount of flags just
We need
on
to stop
people's
talking
dorms
about
and shit.
nationalism on the podcast.
Yeah, I'm not really a big fan of nationalism.
It's the
I
it's the
hate
leading
Americans.
contributor
Can
to
we
No, I'm not saying I'm
fascism.
not a big fan of the idea. I'm saying I'm not a big fan of talking about it.
Can
is what
we
I'm trying
talk
to say.
about how much we hate Americans?
I feel like that's a bit
That's
too-
most of
That's
our
a minus
audience.
point for Eden. That's a minus
Yeah.
like, few points. I really like Americans.
Really?
I'm trying to get in a few Americans' pants at the minute.
Ooh,
How many?
get
Oh
you
my
a
gosh,
nice
there's this
piece
whole
of
group
pussy.
chat.
No, I'm
Tell-
kidding.
Tell us about your love life at the moment. Has your Tinder game upped since we last went through your Tinder?
My Tinder game is really good at the moment. However, I did
What are you
delete.
doing?
I deleted Tinder because I went on 2 dates with a girl.
Wow.
Aww.
Yeah, we started talking.
Are you gonna go on any more or
Yeah,
just
we're going
limit
on a
it to
third
two?
one. She came all the way from Birmingham. She travelled an hour to see me.
Birmingham,
Did she
Alabama.
On our
What?
first date, I'd never. No, she
Yeah, did she
drove.
walk?
She drove, but I'd never met her before. And she
Did you
drove
touch her?
all the way from. Did I touch her?
Dan.
Well, if he touches her, she has to walk home.
I held her hand for a small period of time. on
You
the
held?
first
Did
date.
you hold her hand romantically?
You held her hand and she...
On the first date. No, I kind of. It wasn't. It was less holding hand, more. I just grabbed it and.
Is she a keeper?
Pulled
Do
her
you
along.
see it going further than just a little bit of hand holding on the first date?
We had 2 dates, and yeah, I did.
So
Do
was
you-
hand holding on both dates?
There was a bit of cuddling, a bit
Did
of
you stop
kiss
it?
No,
on the second date.
Did you kiss her on the first date?
No.
Really?
I don't really kiss on the first date.
Mm.
I only
would.
kissed a goodbye on the second date.
Aw,
Aw.
that's nice though.
I
Does
would
she have a
kiss
good
boy on the first
personality?
date.
She's
Who
sweet.
cares
yeah.
about personality?
Yeah, it's more just about
If they're not
fat
a good
they
kisser,
are.
I don't want to date them.
yeah,
I'm
how
not gonna
fat
go
they
on a
are.
date.
No, I can't even make a comment on this anymore.
What about the women being
This is
fat?
the official podcast of fat women.
We're gonna have to bleep out so much. We're gonna have to bleep out everything I said about my ex-girlfriend.
Oh yeah.
Exposing her.
I wasn't listening to that bit, but you were talking about like
I was
an
talking.
orgy or something.
It was a threesome.
Oh, a devil's triangle.
Neither of those people can see this podcast.
I don't think you have to worry about that.
What, are we talking about Helen Keller?
No.
What? Why are we talking about Helen Keller? No, of course she
talking
can't
bad
see the
about-
podcast because she's
I know.
not
She's
a real
dead.
person. She's dead. Yeah, that's why.
Oh, I was
Because she
gonna
no, it's
say
because she's a woman.
blind and
Why
deaf.
can't Helen Keller drive a car?
Because she's a woman.
Because
She's
she's
blind
dead.
and
Because
deaf.
she's
She's
dead.
a woman.
Because she's dead.
Tell your
Sorry.
duck joke.
I already told you this one
It
yesterday.
is funny.
A man walks into a fuck.
bar.
I already fucked it up.
Ah.
A man comes home with a duck under his arm. That's just the first part of it.
He hasn't even got to the
It's
fun-
not that funny.
The duck
Just,
was funny.
right, stop.
Keep going.
A man comes home with a duck under. Alright, this is getting ridiculous now. Go away.
I'm crying.
For fuck's sake. So
Okay, carry on.
That's a
Just
good
skip
joke.
the
That.
first-
That's a good joke. That.
I haven't even told it yet.
Skip the
Okay,
first
keep
line.
A man. Are you gonna stop laughing?
Stop! Skip the
Okay,
first
keep going,
line.
go.
No, I can't. It's alright. A guy comes home with it. Can I tell this joke?
Oh, it's a good joke. He's good. He's good.
Okay, carry on.
A guy comes home with a duck under his arm. Fuck, get out.
Okay,
get
carry
out.
on, carry
Oh,
on.
I'll walk away.
Alright, go away. A guy comes home with a duck under his arm, and his wife says to him, "What are you doing with that duck under your arm?" And and then the guy says, "This is the pig that I've been having sex with," and then his wife says, "That's not a pig, that's a duck," and then he says, "I know, I wasn't talking to you."
What?
I love it when jokes
Oh.
are not as funny as they were set up to be.
What? Fuck off. That was hilarious.
You laughed more at the first line of a man came home with a duck under his arm than you did at the
Oh,
actual.
I
That
had
was
a
the
race-
hilarious part.
I had
got
a
my
race with
phone.
a duck once in a swimming
What's your
pool.
phone?
I'm
Racing
sorry,
duck.
what?
Yes.
Was it a fat duck?
No.
Because that's the
Yeah.
only duck you're beating in a race.
Oh.
No, the duck beat me.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess
You got
that's
beat
what
by a
it's
duck.
designed
Did you
to
Yeah.
do.
talk to someone about that afterwards?
No.
Were you okay?
No.
You got beat by a duck.
Yeah.
Damn.
We probably shouldn't talk about.
The silence
Domestic
is so
abuse.
loud.
We shouldn't.
We
I
shouldn't
don't
talk
get
about-
that.
What?
The silence is so loud. It's just not funny.
It's
Like,
not
I just don't
supposed
get
to
it.
be.
Oh,
I don't
clash
get it.
between guests. Clash between
Ooh.
guests.
It's not
Drama.
supposed to
I
be
just don't
funny.
get it.
Yeah, that's a point for Eden, actually.
I love that painting.
Thanks. I did it.
To all the viewers, it's
Myself.
a
It's a painting,
painting of a big fat woman.
I think we should talk about Eden's new
painting
love
of Al
interest.
Qaeda.
I think we should too.
Please tell us about him.
Huh?
I've actually been bullied for it because he's in 8th grade, but I'm actually only 12 days old.
Eden's dating an 8th grader. Put it on the record. She is a
No,
senior.
I'm not dating.
Put it on a record. She is a senior in college. Put that on the
does
record.
he know who you are?
Yes.
Okay.
We've hung out.
Okay, good. I'm just checking you're not like...
No.
Because you were showing me TikToks of him and I
Yes,
didn't know
it's
if he was
because-
like just some TikTok guy that you had a
No.
crush on.
Who?
No,
Aaron?
we're at
No.
Put this on the
She's-
record. Eden dated a ginger boy called
Oh
Aaron.
my gosh, I was being bullied for liking a ginger.
Put this on
and
the
an
record.
Indian.
Put this on the
Stop
record.
shouting.
Aaron said that she can't have this boy over.
Yes.
because she's
Oh my gosh, can I talk about this?
Yes, but lower
Aaron
the volume
said
a little.
that I can't have him over because he doesn't want me dating an 8th grader.
Fuck Aaron.
Why does he get to control
He
my
doesn't
day?
get to-
He doesn't.
He doesn't,
He
no.
doesn't.
Alright, we're starting beef with Aaron on this.
Especially
podcast.
after he
Oh,
dates
God.
so many. No, I can't say
He's
that.
also
He
ginger,
has
so...
made out with girls in my backyard. He does not get to decide.
I was gonna say nothing.
Okay.
You were going to say something about black women.
No, I wasn't gonna say anything about. Shut up.
I actually made a TikTok with Aaron's girlfriend yesterday.
Aaron's girlfriend.
Aaron's got a
Who's-
girlfriend.
Who's Aaron's girlfriend?
Ethan
I
Murgatroyd
can't
just
name
messaged me
names.
saying love you, but also fuck you. Shall I just say fuck you back? Not even the love
Tell
you
him that
part?
he said the N word.
That's what I did. and
Yeah,
he
for all
got
our
mad at me.
listeners, Ethan Murgatroyd said the
Oh,
N
let's
word.
talk about Ethan. So Ethan got in a lot of trouble because
We can't talk about
He
this.
said the N word.
he apparently said the N word. Apparently, he's bullying people.
We can't talk
He's
about
bullying
this.
me.
Why not?
He'll get his lawyers involved.
He has lawyers.
Yeah, we're not allowed to talk about this anymore. Because it's such a controversial thing at the school.
I don't.
So we
Ellen.
can't mention this.
I think Ellen's trying to do some kind of a funny thing. It's not landing though.
Let's talk about something
That's
more
definitely a
controversial
point
then.
lost for Ellen.
Someone brought in a gun to
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Oh,
they
yeah,
did!
let's talk
And I
about-
was in dance and we
Yo.
didn't go on
Yeah.
lockdown.
Yelling.
No one cares.
You yell.
So a freshman brought a gun into our school a
Yeah.
few weeks ago.
He had a list of people too.
He had a hit list.
Did
You
you
had a
guys-
hit list.
I thought that
He
was
had-
fake.
No, he had a
it's
hit
not.
list.
One of my
My
friends
my
was on
Spanish
it.
teacher told us.
One
that,
of your
it
friends was on it?
Yeah.
Beat
Really?
that
I
out.
know.
Who?
The name.
Yeah.
Okay.
He brought a gun into school. He had a hit list, and he
Did you
told
guys see
one
the
of his
memes?
friends that he had a gun, and so his friend
I
told
did
the
see the
cops,
memes.
the school cops, and he got arrested.
Good.
Yeah. What
He's like
class were you
14
in?
though.
I was in
The
English
freshman.
class when it happened, and I heard some chatter, and everyone was talking, and I didn't know what was going on, and then the teacher just sort of went, "All right, everyone, stop working. Someone brought a gun into the school."
See, I found out from.
Wait, what do you mean when
friends.
it happened? Like what happened? Like
See,
I
I was in
think
dance
it-
and our coach
Why
did
was there
not
no
tell
lockdown?
us until we finished.
why was there no
Because I
lockdown
didn't-
and stuff?
My teacher didn't even tell us. Because they disarmed before there was a threat, and so they didn't feel the need to send everyone into a panic. And then, because
Also
if you
'cause
go
of
into
COVID.
lockdown, everyone texts their parents. Everyone's all really close together.
Okay,
They
but they
disarmed
emailed
before there
parents.
was an issue, and as soon as they found out, the
Okay,
superintendent
but what if there was
emailed
another person
everyone.
involved?
Then they would have gone into lockdown. Then I guess.
You know
I
what
know,
I
but they
think this
wouldn't
podcast.
know.
You know the podcast. I feel like you're like David Dobrik.
Why do you bring up David Dobrik?
I
No one
think
gives a
I'm
shit
Jason
about
Nash.
David Dobrik.
You're
I
Natalie.
love David Dobrik's
Thank
new
you.
merch.
You're like
Chris Benoit.
Chris
The midget.
Benoit. You are.
Do you know who Chris Benoit is?
No.
He was a wrestler. He was like part of the WWE, and he had like you.
I
he
don't
had brain
get
injuries.
WWE, isn't
Oh.
it fake?
Yeah,
Like
but
you.
but he was still hitting his head every time they did the fake stuff.
I
So
don't
he
get
had
it.
I'm
I
he had
don't
really
get it.
bad-
No one wins.
Aw.
It's for like it's for young
I think we should
people.
reclaim the podcast.
Can you fuck off, Ellen?
All right. Theoretical.
Um,
Would you rather have
Hypothetical.
a hypothetical?
Theoretical.
Would you rather have a big brain injury that means you like can barely
Yeah.
understand what's going on around you, like way worse than mine, or would you rather be a dog?
Be a dog.
Be a
Dog.
dog. I'd rather be a dog than be
Be a
anything
human.
else.
Would you rather be a dog?
Yeah,
than be
what
a
animal
human?
would you rather be? What's your dream
I'd
animal?
quite like to be a fish.
For
No,
real,
I
that's your
wanna-
genuine answer.
No, I want to be like a dolphin.
Would you rather be a fish or a bird?
Oh, bird.
The only thing about dogs is that
You just said you want to be a fish.
Oh, bird.
no, dogs don't have to work for their shit. That's
See,
the only thing.
my favorite animal is a flamingo, but I wouldn't want to be a flamingo.
No, you have to stand on one leg.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be a flamingo.
Would you rather be a
She'd
fish
be
or a
good at
bird?
standing on one leg.
If I'd rather be a bird than a fish, I think.
I love flying.
I'd rather be a. I don't like water. No, I love water. Well, it's weird.
I love.
I
You
hate
hate
water.
flying
I hate
person.
water unless it's in a sexual context. Then I'm all over water.
Okay, we
Okay.
have to bleep that out.
I'd choose to be a lion or a tiger, I think.
Lion and tiger and bird.
Oh my.
No, but then you have to scrap people all the time. And that
don't
kind
have
of
to.
thing. I mean, you kind of do. You have to defend your territory. You have to piss on all the other lions. And that
I
kind
want
of
to be.
stuff.
Oh no, I'm not going to be anything small because then I just step.
What
on
would you
it.
be, Dan?
When do we think David Attenborough's gonna
I don't
die?
know.
Oh my gosh, don't.
Tomorrow.
Isn't
oh
he
my
dead?
God, he's gonna die
Yeah,
tomorrow.
Did
David
David
Attenborough-
Attenborough die? I hope he
No.
never dies. Oh, should we check the list? There's that list of people that are gonna die in each
Okay,
year.
we'll think if like people and we can say yes on it.
Oh.
Have you never seen that list?
No, I don't know what you're on about.
They usually write like a good amount of the time.
Damn.
The Death List 2021.
Well, yeah, if you only predict like really old people, then yeah, they're gonna
So
die.
far, there's 50 people. In 2020, the 2020 holds the current record of 20 deaths out of the 50.
Wow.
Right now, there's been 5 out of the 50 dead.
Yeah, but more people died in 2020.
They've got a 70-year-old woman that's going to die. George Schultz, Rush Limbaugh, Murray Walker,
Rush Limbaugh already died.
Captain Tom Moore, and Leon
Yeah.
Spinks are the ones that already died.
160.
Oh my gosh. They've got Prince Philip, Betty White,
Oh, Betty White's gonna live.
one of the
forever.
gold. Dick
Is
Van
Betty White like a
Dyke,
baker?
Bob Dole,
Dick Van Dyke's still alive.
Is that like an artist?
Jimmy Carter,
Dick Van Dyke.
Yeah.
He's an actor.
Yeah, Jimmy Carter's gonna die soon.
David Crosby,
I don't know who any of these people are.
Yeah.
Queen Elizabeth II.
Yeah, she's gonna die.
No, I
she's
think she's
not.
gonna outlive Prince Charles.
They've got the Pope, Yoko Ono,
Oh my gosh, if the Pope
Not
dies,
Yoko
can I be the
Ono.
next Pope?
Mel Brooks, Willie Nelson,
Is that not how that works?
That's not how that works.
Mm,
Why? I want to.
Vanessa Redgrave, is she
They
related
don't
to
just
Steve
assign
Redgrave?
some random
Maybe.
British woman to be the Pope when he dies.
Because I'm British, I can't be the Pope.
I think
That's
it's
like-
because
Thing
you're
is
a
because you're not
woman.
Catholic.
Yeah, you're not Catholic, and I think it's because you're a woman. I don't
How
think
do they
women
know
can
I'm
be the
not
Pope.
Catholic?
Anyone can be the Pope, but most likely it's one of the cardinals.
They've
who's
got a
the Pope.
62-year-old
Like a
woman
bird.
on
Can a
here.
woman be a Pope though? Can you have a
Maybe,
female
yeah.
Pope? I feel like that's not a thing.
I
Dick
feel like
Cheney,
that should
yeah.
be a thing.
Who knows? Who cares?
I hope the Queen doesn't die. What are y'all gonna do if the Queen
Can we get
dies?
her
Why?
to school?
If the Queen dies, it's gonna be huge. It's like
Yeah.
literally the whole
Because if you
world.
think about it, most people alive today have only ever had one monarch.
Yeah.
Because the Queen's so old.
I'm fat.
That
I think I'm
Yeah,
gonna
that's
cry.
that's my fat prediction for this episode.
The Queen.
The Queen.
I don't
a
think
woman
she's-
is barred from being the Pope because the person chosen for the position would have to be ordained, and women are barred from becoming priests.
Wow.
Oh wow.
You'd have to be the head nun.
Wait, so what are you gonna do
Maybe
when
we
the
should
Queen
call
dies?
the podcast Nuns Tits.
Andreas
Nuns
is
Maybe we
Tits.
should
FaceTiming
call the
me.
fans Nuns Tits.
Andreas is FaceTiming me.
Oh, get Andreas on the
So
pod.
Andreas can be on the podcast.
We were making a podcast.
Put him next to the.
Why is he sad?
Why you so?
Dude, I got a snack pack from the coach's office, and I was putting shit in my jacket to not get wet, specifically for Beauty. I left the snack pack inside, and the door's locked, and I keep on trying to call Coach, and he won't pick up.
Tragedy of the century right there.
He's got a nice mustache now.
I know, yeah.
Thank you.
That's me.
A bit fucking boring.
Ellen's finally accepted the mustache.
Yo, do you have a hypothetical question you can ask?
He's our first international guest.
Yeah, Andreas is Dominican and Puerto Rican.
And
I'm fat.
and fat.
In fact,
Fat.
No, he's a pretty man.
A pretty boy. He's kind of a pretty boy.
He's a bit of a pretty boy. We're not into pretty boys.
I am.
Yeah,
I don't know
well,
how I'm
obviously
fat
you
though. Dude, open the fucking door, man.
are. That's a bit. He's a
I
bit
cooked.
shit at podcasts.
I know.
Okay, I'm gonna hang up on you now
Why?
because
We're
making a podcast.
We're making a podcast.
The viewers don't want to listen to this shit.
Andreas, just go get food at your house.
Oh wait, can Andreas do the outro? This can be the end of the podcast.
Do you want to
Are we
end it
finishing
now?
now?
Well, we're right at the usual point where we would end.
Yeah. I guess we'll have to end now.
I guess.
Dude,
so.
I
You
doubt
could-
we fucking play
Hey
tomorrow.
guys, like and subscribe. Do you do that? Do you go really
No.
fast?
How do you end the podcast?
A lot of people hate
Usually we call Ethan gay and then we just end it. But he's not here.
So who are you gonna call?
Ethan, if you're listening to this, you're gay.